Good day, Pinoy Clicksers and Mixers. Welcome back to the channel. Tananananan, tananananan. Let's go! Okay, so we have here Marvel Heroclix Iconix first appearance of the X-Men. Okay, so don't miss this fabulous first issue and fabulous first appearance iconic set. So in the sensational Fantastic Four style, and you can see here, it features X-Men versus Magneto, the Earth's most powerful supervillain. Okay, and before we look at this particular product, I'd like to once again give thanks to our WizKids friends for sending us this Iconics product to look at. So thank you very much. Maraming salamat as we say in Filipino. Okay, so we have here the five original X-Men, Cyclops, Angel, Beast, Jean Grey, and Iceman, and of course, the villain Magneto. Okay, so this is straight out of the cover of X-Men first issue. On the side, we see another look, and this time Magneto is facing front. On the other side, we see the same thing, and at the back, we see a close-up version, okay, or the comic version, okay, with the illustration, okay. So, and a quick description that says, "Get ready for a clash of epic proportions, inspired by the iconic first issue of the X-Men. This brand new set is a must-have for all true believers, featuring the original lineup of quote-unquote the strangest superheroes of all: Cyclops, the headstrong leader of the mutant team; Jean Grey, the powerful psychic protege; Iceman, the wielder of ice and snow; Beast, the genius scientist; and Angel, the rebellious flying hare. Together, they confront the master of magnetism, Magneto. So this product is specifically made for discerning collectors. Iconix captures the precious moments and beloved characters of the comics universe. Display them in your Heroclix collection and play with them at the game table right out of the box. Okay, so this is released 2024, okay, but we're opening it 2025. And you can see we are a huge X-Men fan. Our Wolverine, of course, is the favorite, although he's not part of the first group of X-Men. Okay, but if you open this, you can see the actual product. Okay, so Iconics set usually have a window wherein you can see what you're gonna get. Okay, and there's some more information here. The X-Men number one rather, 1963. Okay. Yeah, so the first appearance is 1963. It's been how many years is that? 62 years, okay, since the X-Men first appeared. And at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, Professor Charles Xavier telepathically gathers his students to sharpen their mutant abilities. Together, they form the first line of defense, protecting both humanity and mutant kind so they can coexist in peace. Meanwhile, Magneto crashes a rocket into Cape Citadel and claims it for mutants. In response, Xavier sends his X-Men on their first mission: defeat the Master of Magnetism. This iconic scene, the strangest superheroes of all, face Xavier's oldest adversary, dodging a flurry of metal debris, and the X-Men work as a team and save the day. So, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be my favorite first appearance so far. I had the first appearance Wolverine, but of course, the mainstream X-Men is on a different league of its own. Okay, so let's open it without further ado. And we see the figures and we get the cards. Okay, so let's pop them out of the plastic. Okay, apologies for that. It will sound a bit noisy. Okay, Oops. You have to be careful popping out some figures. Oops. It has plastic protector. So let's try to take that out. No. From the back. Okay. And then we have Magneto. Okay. So, and right off the bat, let's zoom it in. Right off the bat, we can see it's very sturdy. Okay. So let's put all the X-Men here and Magneto at the back. Okay, and let's begin exploring the Iconix set. So if you're an X-Men fan and a Heroclix player, this is a must-have for you. Okay, so we see here we have Jean Grey, Angel, Magneto, Beast, Iceman, and Cyclops. Okay, so let's order them with set numbers. Okay, so let's start off with the Boy Scout, Cyclops. Okay, let's zoom out a little. Okay, so Cyclops is this one. So they're wearing their classic first appearance costume, yellow and black. Okay, and Cyclops has a optic blast effect, as you can see here. Okay, let's read the card. From first class to graduation. Okay, Cyclops has the keywords champions, pilot, X-Men, and marksman. So he can be given the trick arrow. He has the X-Men team ability. And the trait is called from first class to graduation, which is free. Heal an adjacent friendly character with the X-Men team ability one click. Okay, when Cyclops is KO'd, before removing him from the map, he may generate a character from your sideline named Cyclops on their last non-KO click. This game, that character can't be placed or healed, and if it will take damage, instead remove it from the game without scoring it. So protected pulse wave. So meaning he when he's KO'd, he gets to bring in another Cyclops of lower points. Okay, and for free. So that's really helpful because most of the time X-Men figures don't have that much longevity. Okay, so we can see he can target even when adjacent or do a range attack with running shot, sidestep, pensai on the latter half, ESD and toughness. He is 75 points or 60 points. So 75 is good because that means you can use 4 out of the 5 students. I would imagine they have the same point values. They do. Or you can use all 5 of them for 60 points each. Okay. So let's take a look at the special damage power of Cyclops. Oh, yeah, he has another trait, uncanny force of will, force blast, and willpower. When Cyclops uses willpower and succeeds, opposing characters' combat values can be positively modified until your next turn. Okay, so that's good. That means opponents becomes manageable, not just when Cyclops attack them, but when the entire team attacks that particular character. Okay, and the special damage is X-Men attack, leadership, range combat expert with improved targeting to destroy blocking, and that's protected outwit. Okay, so Cyclops, I'm thinking probably play him at 60 points because he has toughness and that special damage power anyway. So that's it for the first one, Cyclops. Let's go to the next one, which is his fiancée, Jean Grey. Okay. By the way, you can take a look here and notice that the paint is really good for iconic sets. Okay, that's also one more reason to get a hold of these products. These products, by the way, is only available on your local stores. Okay, I think some websites also have them, some online stores, but you cannot purchase this directly in the WizKid store. Okay, so support your local stores with this particular product. And Jean Grey has the Phoenix Force and X-Men keywords, the X-Men team ability, MVX-032 is the set number. She also has the same trait, okay, which is to heal adjacent friendly characters. So this means if you use multiple of these first appearance X-Men, they can do they have the same? Yeah, they have the same trait. So they can probably you can instantly heal 4 clicks to any of the characters. Okay, so that's really interesting. And when he gets KO'd, you can replace or you can replace or call in another Jean Grey of lower points from the sideline. Uncanny mental dexterity is the second trait, which means mind control, willpower. And when she uses willpower and succeeds, she may use barrier and range terrain actions for free. Special damage power is psionic marvel, enhancement, prob, and probability control, which is protected out with. Okay, 75 or 60, probably use her as 60 as well. So there seems to be that trend to use it at 60. Okay. Iceman is next. Okay. By the way, take a look at the card. This is not your usual Heroclix character cards. This is a bit inspired by the comic aesthetics. So, yeah. So, Iceman is next. Champions, Defenders, and X-Men keywords. Okay, the same first trait, but replaced with a character named Iceman. Okay, there's only a few Iceman in Modern. Okay. And then we have here Uncanny Igloo Shield. Energy Shield Deflection and Willpower. And friendly characters modify defense +1 when he had successful willpower. Okay, so he's shooting 2 snowballs here in the effect scope. Okay, and the special attack power ice grenades incapacitate when Iceman uses it. After resolutions, you may generate a blocking terrain marker adjacent to each hit character. And yeah, so he has 3 targets. So that means he can generate 3 adjacent blocking terrains. Okay, so 60 points is also the way to go for this figure. Beast is number 4. And he's doing the landing action. Okay, about to land somewhere. Okay, so X-Men keywords only for Beast. And the same first trait, but you can see he has improved movement, elevated, outdoor blocking, and characters. Okay, let's see the second trait, uncanny toe tumbling, super senses and willpower. And then when you use willpower and succeeds, after resolutions, place any number of friendly characters 1 square away from their current square, including himself, of course. And then you got it, pal, as the special damage, giving Empower and Perplex. When a friendly character uses willpower and succeeds, Beast can use Close Combat Expert this turn. Okay, so he benefits from another's successful willpower. So Henry McCoy. Okay, so probably 60 points. Okay, and then Angel is also 60 points, probably to make it an even 300 points. And you can see him flying into action with a bazooka. Champions, Defenders, X-Men keywords. Okay, the same first trait. He has also an improved movement characters. Okay. And second trait, uncanny gliding maneuver. Toughness, willpower. When Angel uses willpower and succeeds after resolutions, you may move him up to 5 squares. Okay. So let's give him a pseudo move and attack. And hypersonic speed, when Angel uses it, he has passenger 2 instead of 0. Oh my god. So that is quite unique because usually hypersonic does not have passengers capability. So being able to carry 2 is a huge deal for X-Men. Okay, so Warren Worthington III is Angel. Okay, so 60 points. So you have here your team, and of course you have the villain Magneto. Okay? And that's really one thing I like about this particular Iconics, this first appearance X-Men, because you can just buy this and then with a friend, you can role play this exact scenario of the first X-Men fighting against Magneto, but in Heroclix form. Okay, so you can use this five, and then you can use Magneto, because you can see he is 295 or 175 points. So it's like a quick a quick game is available for you, okay, just by purchasing this Iconics. Okay, so you can see the sculpt, very nice with that magnetic shield, shielding, okay, being projected by the master of magnetism. Magneto has an acolytes, Brotherhood of Mutants, and ruler keywords. A couple of traits. The first one is arch enemy of the X-Men. When a character rolls a single d6 and the displayed face is 5, after resolutions choose 1, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage or heal Magneto 1 click. Okay? So which is very much anti the X-Men because they want to roll willpower. So they have, which succeeds on a 5 and 6, so they have 50% chance of triggering this on their successful willpower. Electromagnetic force field is the second trait. Energy shield deflection. Okay, Magneto. If Magneto is 295 points, opposing characters modify their combat values minus X, where X is the number of costed actions that have resolved this turn. Okay, so that means on your turn, because you can add some more, perhaps a time breaker on that 295 point line. So on your turn, you can have the time breakers resolve actions to limit the combat values of your opponents. And on their turn, the more they act, then the lesser the characters become. Okay, for that turn. Okay, so by the way, he has the Cosmic Team ability that grants protected outwit, and the Brotherhood Team ability. The Cosmic's ability also worked for this because it says when a character, so including himself, when he rolls a 5, you can deal a character unavoidable damage or heal Magneto 1. Okay. The third trait is telekinesis, master of magnetism and missiles. Power. Choose a square within range. And he has a range of 6. By the way, what's the range of the X-Men? Most of them are 0, Jean Grey 5, Cyclops 6, and Iceman 5. Okay. Cyclops being 5 is really comic accurate because among the 5 he should have the longest reach. Anyway, going back to Magneto, power, choose a square within range, again within 6, and destroy all blocking terrain within 2 squares of the chosen square. Then make a range attack targeting all characters within 2 squares of the chosen square. So it's like an energy explosion, but within 2 squares. Hit targets are dealt 3 damage instead of normal damage. So it's like the Quake of Kong that destroys blocking, because Quake destroys blocking, but this is a long range Quake in a sense. And then if Magneto is 295 points, he activates the effects of this trait as free instead of power. So both the TK and the power action. Okay. So meaning you can do free TK and free destroy, meaning long range quake for Magneto. Okay. So and yeah, that's really interesting because he doesn't have any special power. So he's a what you see, what you get dial in terms of powers, but he do have a bunch of traits to make him stronger. Okay, I'm inclined to use him at 295 points because of the couple of effects that only works on 295 point line. Okay, so full power Magneto. Yeah, so that's it. That's the Marvel HeroClix X-Men Iconic set. Am again very stoked to have this. Before we close, share your thoughts on the comments, guys. Are you already holding this in your hands or in your collection? What themes are you looking forward to building around this particular set? I have a feeling that this will be much more playable when the X-Men 97 set comes in later in the year, so that we will have a lot of possible replacements for the X-Men figures when they get KO'd. Okay, so but what do you guys think? Share your thoughts on the comments. And thank you to WizKids once again. Bye bye.